today's video, Bowie and I are going camping in the Owyhee Mountains at a place called Wilson Creek. It is designated as BLM land, so you're able to primitive or disperse camp wherever you feel like for up to 14 days, but we're going for one night. The time now is 7 o'clock. It is a Friday night. I'm hoping that it's not too busy. I've never gone camping up there before, but every time I have gone up there for hiking and different activities, there's a few people, but not crowded by any means. But yeah, that's what we're doing in this video. It'll take us about 45 minutes to get up there. I have to stop and get gas and ice for the cooler. But again, that's what we're doing in this video. Is we're going to go up to the Owyhees, to Wilson Creek recreational area, which is some BLM land, and we're going to go camping. So Bowie's excited. Or unimpressed. I'm not quite sure which. But either way, we're hitting the road now, so come along. We have found a camp spot. We are on top of a hill, so I apologize if it's a little windy. But this is our camping spot for the night. What a view. My camera doesn't have a zoom, but wouldn't you know it? Right there. Somebody took the camping spot I was wanting. That's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, we're up here in the Owyhee Mountains. There's all sorts of creeks that run through here. And here is the SUV. Now, I wouldn't say that you would necessarily need four-wheel drive to get up here, but it was really, really nice. Now, all day today, it was 80 degrees and sunny, but wouldn't you know it, when I got out here, it's going to rain on us. But look at these clouds, just beautiful. If you are a subscriber to this channel, first of all, thank you for subscribing. But second of all, you might be familiar with some of our other videos. We come out here all the time, down by the Snake River, in the Owyhees, and again, my camera doesn't have a zoom, but the Snake River's right there, and right there is Celebration Park, Guffey Bridge, Guffey Butte, Halverson Lake, River Canyon Trail. Trying to think of what else is over there. We've been bouldering down there because there's a trillion boulders. But we have just a ton of videos right there, Guffey Butte. And closer to us, in the foreground, we can see some red rock right there. That is the canyon with the China Ditch Trail Loop. And we did that recently. I've done it a few times now. It might be my favorite hike that I've ever done. Man, I love that hike. And we'll see how the weather goes. We'll see how things go tomorrow. But that red rock right there is the canyon with the China Ditch Trail. And we might hike that tomorrow morning when we wake up. But yeah, this is our camp spot for the night. Really happy with it. Gorgeous views. I actually like the gray storm clouds, and it looks like they might just miss us. I think that was a little bit of lightning, but they might just miss us, and behind them I think is more blue skies. But yeah, really happy with this camp spot. Wish I could have got the other one down there in the ravine, but that's my luck. Nonetheless, awesome. I couldn't be happier. And I think Bowie's really happy too. Bowie! Come here! Come here, you old brown dog! Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy! Yeah! He's happy. We've got a fire pit here, and wouldn't you know it, I forgot to bring firewood. Aww. But here's the SUV, made it just fine. Again, I wouldn't say that you would have to have four-wheel drive, but it was really nice to have. And I've got my camping box on top as well as the spare tire. We always keep the spare tire up there because underneath where the spare tire goes in the back, we keep our hiking bag and our swimming bag just in case we ever need it. But again, I've got my camping box up there, which will have my camping pad, kitchenware, fire starters, the works. So yeah, just wanted to show you that setup real quick. I pretty typically tent camp, but tonight we're actually going to be camping in the SUV. And I'll show you my setup for how I get that done. I'm 6'1", but I sleep in the back here. And again, I'll show you my setup. I brought my 52 quart Ozark Trail cooler. Got it at Walmart for just over $100. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I've put 2 bags of ice in it. And it's holding dinner along with the essentials: water, caffeine, Powerade, and beer. I'm unloading / getting the SUV ready for camping. But man, do you guys see that lightning to the south of us? Incredible. I'm not too afraid. It's going to go by us. Over here we've got just partly cloudy, but some pretty cool lightning over there. And we'll see if we can get some more on video. Seems like whenever I turned the camera off, that's exactly when it would. Oh, there was one. How cool. So now I'll show you guys how I sleep in the back of this SUV. Because again, I'm 6'1". So what you do is you lay this down flat I have to push the seat all the way to the front, and then as you can see, this leaves a pretty sizable gap, and your head just falls into there. But what I have here is this piece of plywood that I have attached some paracord and carabiners to. And what you do is you put it in here like that, and then clip the carabiners around the headrest. Like so. And now your head won't fall down. You can put your pillows here. I'll have my camping pad here. My feet will go back there. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. I can't take credit for inventing this in any way. I just made it. I got the idea from Tristan from the YouTube page SUV RVing. He's done something very, very similar. And if you're not a subscriber to his page, then you're missing out. But shout out to Tristan from SUV RVing, because he is the one where I got this idea from. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this, but here we are. This is a 5-gallon bucket with a portable toilet seat on it. And apparently we're storing a canteen in there, but there's some trash bags in there. We actually have never used it, but better safe than sorry, right, Bowie? We already had the 5-gallon bucket, so that cost us nothing, but you can buy 5-gallon buckets from Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, but it seems like you can find them cheaper, if not free, in other places. But I think we got this lid from a local store here in town, and it cost something like $13, I want to say. So this whole setup was 13 bucks. Just keep it in the back of the SUV so that if there's ever an emergency when we're out in the middle of nowhere, we've got something that we can poop in. So I've got my bed all set up and I wanted to show you. Here it is. Now, I'm only camping for one night, so I brought a few extra pillows, my old camping blanket. I'm gonna sleep well tonight, and I'll show you here. Oh, how'd this get here? I'm sorry. But yeah, I've got a few pillows, and then here is a $7 air mattress on Amazon, and we really like them. We got one for myself and one for my wife, Christina. It's only big enough for one person, and then I put it inside of my sleeping bag, and this basically works as a sheet. However, if it gets too cold, you can then just unzip it and use it like you're supposed to. And then underneath it, don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I've got this memory foam pad that I've had for as long as I can remember. I think I stole it from my parents. So again, this just being one night, and I was able just to load the car up with all my stuff. I loaded up a few extras so that I could sleep really well tonight. But yeah, that's it. So again, I'm 6'1", and I can sleep in this. I wouldn't say comfortably. Obviously, I'm going to miss my own bed tonight. However, this will do for being out in the middle of nowhere. And with it being so windy, I'm going to sleep inside the SUV tonight instead of getting blown around in a tent. So this is awesome. Christina and I like doing it this way. There's enough room on the other side for her, but tonight it's just Bowie and I. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. And here on the other side, Bowie's little bed for the night. He'll sleep well. He's a little snuggle monster, and he'll end up on top of me, or on my bed at least. But yeah, I made him up a little bed here with some car blankets. Not bedtime yet. Let's get some dinner. I apologize. It's getting dark. And so, again, I apologize if you can't see this, but Christina got me this little pocket stove a while ago. And I've got one of these MSR fuel containers. So I'll take this out and show you. You put this onto this and light it, and then you can be cooking dinner in no time without a fire. Again, I forgot firewood. And here it is all put together. So yeah, I'm going to put a frying pan on top of this. Oh, I apologize, but you light it under here. Here's the regulator. Put your pan on top, and It'll cook your meal like that. No time at all. It puts out a hot, hot heat, and yeah, you're just frying up stuff in no time. And yeah, as you saw in the cooler earlier, I got a whole lot of vegetables, way more than I needed, but I didn't have the time to chop up my own vegetables, and this was the smallest one they had that was pre-packaged. So I'll just take one of these skewers out, dice it up a little more finely, and have that for dinner, and maybe some beer. And as you saw on the dashboard the entire drive up here, here is our Lucy 2.0 solar lantern. We like to just throw it on the dash when we're heading somewhere and it charges up. And man, the charge lasts forever. So it's got little straps on it, so I've just strapped it to the roof rack here. And it's lighting up camp pretty decently. It's not quite pitch black out here, so it's putting off enough light to get dinner started. The wind changed directions, so I had to move the stove over here. And yeah, it's heating up that pan super fast. I'll grab my little vegetable medley here, put them in there, and we're cooking. Yeah. Dinner is served. Got some roasted vegetables. Got myself a good beer. Bowie got himself some wet lamb food. But yeah, just eating dinner now, then we're gonna head into the SUV. I'll catch up with you then. So here we are inside the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, inside the SUV. Bowie's in his bed, I'm in mine. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but that moon is just trying to peek through the clouds. It hasn't so far. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna read a book and fall asleep, wake up in the morning, and see what adventures we can do before it gets too late in the day. And again, it's only about 45 minutes home, so lucky to live where we live that we can come out here to the Owyhee Mountains and be so close to home. So that's it for tonight. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. The time is right about 9 o'clock in the morning. Bowie and I slept perfectly fine. Got up, ate our breakfast already. I had a Cliff Bar. He had some lamb jerky. About halfway through my energy drink. And just deciding on what to do this morning. We can go home, or you won't be able to see it because my camera doesn't have a zoom, but there's some trails down here. I mean, we're camped right there, and there's some trails right down there that run along a creek that I really want to go and explore. However, the only way I can see to get down there is through the camping spot that I originally wanted, but that van again took. So there's a trail right at the start of the pullout for our camping spot, and I can kind of trace it along here, and it meets up with that van again. However, I'm hoping that what I'm seeing is a trail that runs right through this ravine here and down and over. So I think we're going to attempt that before we go home. Just checking in with you. I'm going to load up the car now and then get my hiking shoes on, and Bowie and I are going to see what we can discover. All I have left is to load the camping box on top, but wouldn't you know it, my luck has changed. That Westphalia van again has left the camping spot that I wanted. And why that is cool today is I'm actually going to drive down there. A bunch of trails start down there. So as I mentioned before, I didn't want to hike into their camping spot and intrude upon them and then hit a trail. So the fact that they're leaving, I'm going to drive down there, park, and then start a trail down there. I don't have a map of this place downloaded. I don't have a physical map of this place. So the trail could be a mile, could be a quarter mile, Could be 10 miles. I have no idea. But we're just gonna go down there, hike around for a little bit, and then head home. So we're just getting started now. We made it to the camping spot I was hoping we'd get, and it is an awesome spot. You're right on the edge of this ridge here. You've got the red rock right here. Down in this valley, it's not as windy as up on the hill, and we were up on top of that hill right there. And yeah, this is quite the spot. Those people in the van again were lucky. I liked our spot up there on the hill, but this spot's awesome. Now there's a little trail that runs down here, goes to the creek here. I will look up the name of that creek and put it right here. And then as you can see, there's trails that go along the creek. So that's what we're going to do. I have no idea where they end up. Eventually, I'm sure they meet up with the road, cross the road, and then head over towards China Ditch Trail. But if we meet up with the road, we'll just turn around there and hike it back, or we'll hike up the road back to the car. But that's what we're doing right now. A lot of these trails are unnamed, at least with a popular name. They're all numbered. So I know one of these trails down here was W106. We are in the Owyhee Mountains at the Owyhee front in the Wilson Creek BLM recreation area. But yeah, I don't know if there's any common name for these trails or this trail specifically. I believe we'll at least meet up with W106. And this is now the 4th time we've had to cross this creek. First time was moderately easy. Second time was pretty hard. That last one was real easy. This one looks like I am going to get my feet wet. Well, I'm going to attempt it. Really hoping to not get my feet too wet. Now Bowie's just showing off. Here we are. Okay. All in all, not too bad actually. We've been hiking for about 30 minutes now, and it's been a pretty spectacular hike. I've been really happy with it. And it looks like we're going to have to cross this creek for a 5th time. Oh boy. Oh, this isn't too bad at all. I'm just going to run and jump it. Wait for Bowie to get out of the way. With that many creek crossings and the evidence that I have here is this trail's meant for mountain biking or horseback riding. It's been an awesome hike, however. I've really enjoyed it. Just a lot of creek crossings. Here we go again. But if you're an experienced hiker at all, or you like hiking, this trail's been awesome. Just awesome. Again, we're on 6 or 7 creek crossings. So those who aren't able, I apologize. But for those who are able, this has been a really awesome hike. Uh-oh. So I think this is creek crossing number 8. And this one is a doozy. If you're cool with getting your feet wet, this hike is a breeze. But I haven't been wanting to get my feet wet, so I've had to do a few acrobatics to cross the creek, but I'm really enjoying it. I love it. Been so much fun. Bowie loves it too. Huh, Bowie? Yep. Loves it so much, he's ignoring me. So it looks like we've reached a fork in the trail. We can continue on following the creek, cross it 2 more times, which would be 15 and 16, or we can head up this way. Now this way is back towards the road, and I think we're going to call it a hike. So we can continue on here through the canyon and just keep on heading towards the Snake River. However, that gets us further and further away from the SUV. So instead we're going to take this fork here, hike up into those hills, meet up with the road, and then probably just follow the road back. So that's what we're doing right now. You ready, Bowie? You ready? We've been hiking for about an hour, which tells me we've gone about 3 miles. It was all downhill. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, now we're just going to cut across the hills here, meet up with the road, and take the road back to the car. So far, this has really been the only part where we've gained elevation. Through that canyon, it was all downhill. But again, we're gaining elevation. We come over the hills, back down, meet up with the road. We have made it back to the road. That way's back towards town, back towards home, and this way's back towards the Mitsubishi. Seeing as how it was all downhill through that canyon, hiking this road will be mostly uphill, which is fine. Got Bowie back on the leash just in case a car goes by. So I won't be filming much of the hike back on the road. 1, it's nothing special, and 2, you've already seen it when we drove in yesterday. So I'm gonna put the camera away. I'll take it back out if I see anything cool. But yeah, we're just hiking back to the SUV. So we've been hiking along the road, and we made it to this trail here, W160. W160. And up there, that's the hill we camped on last night. So this is the trail, as I mentioned earlier in the video, that meanders down to the camping spot I wanted, where that Vanagon was. I don't have a zoom, but the car's way down there. Might be able to see a little silver thing. That's the SUV. So we're going to take this trail now instead of carrying on along the road. There's a little bit of a shortcut through the hill and down. The rest of the way is pretty much downhill, Bowie, which he's excited about. But yeah, we'll just be hiking our way back to the car. We made it back to the car. It was just about 2 hours, which I estimate to be pretty close to about 6 miles, maybe 5, if we were taking it slow in order to film it. But made it back to the car, and what a hike. Absolutely loved it, specifically through the canyon. We had to cross the creek 14 times, but it was a lot of fun. Bowie really liked it. Beautiful scenery with the red rock and the creek. Just loved it. And the steep hike back up the road was just that steep, a little tiring, but that's to be expected when you're hiking down a canyon. You got to eventually hike back up. And the camping was fun. We were able to cook some dinner, read a good book, hang out. It was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. That's it for this video. Really appreciate you guys, as always. You're the best. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.